If you've ever thought of having a Showhouse fundraiser, you're in the right place. I'm Sharon Snowden, and today I'll take you through the steps in creating a successful Showhouse fundraising event. If you are planning a Showhouse fundraiser, you might want to start now. As Showhouse Vice President Linda Mitchell explains, this is a year-long event.
We start in June when we go to convention. The League of American Symphony Orchestras, the President-elect, and Showhouse VPs go, and we sit and discuss what we have as a vision for the next year. This year, as Showhouse VPs, Ruth and I decided that we would go ahead and have mini meetings with everyone on our committees, rather than having a large meeting that we do every month. We started those in October.
Marty Miller, president of the Kansas City Symphony Alliance, describes why this is a unique process and what to look for when acquiring a home.
The first thing that hits me as being unique in our project is that it's not a one-night ball where you raise money, you work toward it, and you then one night it's all over and you know what your results are. I think it takes a big commitment to give that for the leadership committee. Now, not all of our volunteers work for a whole year, but the leadership team does. And we get really close to each other because we go through highs and lows in the project. And I think that speaks to our success, being that this was our 41st Showhouse, the longest running continuous Showhouse in the United States. Other things that are unique about this project is that it takes 17 separate committee chairs to run the project. And those people do things that aren't maybe in the media attention. We have someone who researches the history of the home. You want a 3-story home, a carriage house is really a benefit, and a pool is even better. So you can walk around. Usually these homes have been on the market or are preparing to be on the market. And the homeowner can see an advantage to having their home be a designer show house because it can get updated. So if it's a little bit stale and kind of dull, this is a great way to not only get a lot of people through your home, but also to update it for the maximum sale price. So that's one way we do it. We canvass the neighborhood. We also advertise that we're looking for homes and suggest to potential homeowners that they contact the Symphony if they're interested in us looking at it for a potential show house. And the third way we do it is we talk with real estate agents. Many times they know houses that might be a good candidate for our project. So once we find a house, then the rest of the planning stages can start.
Although there are many advantages to a homeowner participating in a Showhouse fundraiser, the homeowner will need to know that there will be some disruptions that they must prepare for.
To have their house upgraded, it's going to mean some great disruption to them. They have to move out of the house for at least 4 months and take all of their belongings, find another place to live, find a place to store their furniture, and really just live away from home for 4 months. That's a big thing to ask of a homeowner, and in return, we have historically improved these homes by in the neighborhood of $200,000 with all the things that the designers bring to it and our reputation as bringing in vendors and manufacturers that will donate services and products. So the homeowner is disrupted because they have to move, but they're compensated because their home property is much improved in value.
Now you will have to protect yourself legally as well. You can do this by drawing up contracts between your organization and the homeowner, as well as the many vendors who are involved.
One of the most important is with the homeowner. And in that contract, all of our terms and conditions are stated clearly. We work with the homeowner to craft an addendum, and that would be things that are specific to their homes, things that they would like if it's all woodwork and they don't want it painted, that should go into the addendum. If they want wallpaper on some rooms, that should go into the addendum. Anything that's specific to this particular project, the homeowner has the ability to put in that addendum. Contracts, we also have contracts with the boutique vendors. We have contracts with the cafe, which is usually a catering company. We used to do this within the organization, but have found that it's a lot less hassle and we make better income by outsourcing it.
Although it takes many people, a lot of planning, long hours, and true commitment, the benefits to the Kansas City Symphony and its youth programs makes it all worthwhile. We caught up with music director of the Kansas City Symphony, Michael Stern.
The orchestra is playing like never before, and I'm thrilled with the work that we've already done. But all of this initiative, all of this vision, all of this effort would be impossible, as in a lot of other places, without the tremendous contribution made by all of the auxiliary groups that support the Kansas City Symphony. And I cannot overestimate this. It is a source of singular pride to me when I think and acknowledge that towards the bottom line, the auxiliaries of the Kansas City Symphony contribute more than any other orchestra in the United States, regardless of budget. And here in Kansas City, the auxiliary groups contribute a full 8% net after expenses towards the annual operating budget of the orchestra. That is a tremendous achievement. And it speaks not only to the devotion and the faith that all of these fine people, the fine volunteers who make up the auxiliaries, have in the art and the music that we produce, but also the mission of what the orchestra represents for the city and what it can contribute back to the city. Of course, the concerts are at the heart of what we do. The music that we make is the central part of our mission. Our classical subscription series, our pop series, our education concerts, both for very little children and for older students, our support school music, our young persons competition, the list goes on and on and on. All of it touches so many people in the community and brings to the fore the realization that without art, without music, we are less as a community, we are less as a society. And we could not do that without the support of the auxiliaries. They help in so many different ways, not only to raise money, of course, but to spread the word about the importance of the orchestra and the importance of the arts in our lives, not as an ancillary luxury, but as a fundamental and essential component to our everyday existence. And that makes, I believe, Kansas City such a special place, and why I think that the future of the Kansas City Symphony in this community is limitless. We are going to achieve great things together. We couldn't do it without your help, and I'm thrilled that you're along for the ride.
From concept to completion, as you can see, this fundraising opportunity can be very rewarding. So don't wait. Start planning now for your Showhouse Fundraiser.